It's a new week, it's a new season, and it's a new opportunity for the rising new stars of South African esports to take to the stage once more. We're opening it up with Fortnite here today, and myself, Ultras, alongside AR, as always, ready to bring you what is yet to be a chaotic season, AR. There's a lot to break down.
I mean, you say our names, we appear with the hottest action that you could ever see on your screens. ASL, the fourth year of ASL with, what's that number, Alt? 182? Oh, 182 schools signing up this year for ASL, of course. All of this being possible with Ace and Nitro making it happen. But Alt is completely right. A brand new update for all of us to enjoy. Chapter 6, Season 2. And, you know, we specifically asked Broadcast for a little bit of time so we can talk about this, Alt.
There's a lot. I mean, we were going through the patch notes before now, just checking that we had like everything covered. And that is a list. And you go down and then there's just like more things. And then there's like, hey, but wait, there's more. There are a lot of changes. And one of the big aspects that I'm looking at is all the mobility that has dominated this game for so long. We always mention it in our M's, has gone.
Yeah.
And it's been replaced with layer on layer on layer on layer. So I don't know how much time and what depth we want to go through everything. We'll give you just like a general outline right now. But yeah, if you guys have never seen ASL before, you've just tuned in and you've gone school plus Fortnite is weird. It's 182 schools signed up across multiple different titles. Today we've got Fortnite. Afterwards, we've got Rocket League. Tomorrow we've got some Fortnite and Valorant action. And then Thursday, Fortnite. Fortnite 3 days a week. That's how many teams are fighting it out right now in the open first term. They're all playing for contention in the Premier Division. 32 spots up and available. Only one per school has been a big change since previous years. Means that everyone is fighting against effectively everyone. There are no camaraderies. All the old team-ups and strategies are out the window. And everyone's now got a lot to play for.
Yeah, and I think we saw that in week 2, actually, just last week.
Yeah.
That has motivated these guys even more. I mean, we saw utter domination in the past week for that ending of the season. What was it, like 20-odd kills per game each time throughout that week? Oh, the Anka is going to go ahead and hopefully show us some insane stuff. But let's get into a few of those patch notes. You mentioned mobility now, completely gone. There's only a few items that we can use. The wind sprites that have remained in the game. Shock waves, which are staying over there. You know, there's a new baseball bat replacing the Typhoon blades, which just lets you run a bit faster. No double jumps or anything like that. And then, of course, all the vehicles that are on the map. That's going to be a big thing for rotations, Alt.
It's going to be huge, you know. For so long, we've had these weird dashes or leaps or jumps or swings or whatever, right? Clouds. Now we've got the ability to basically just do what there's in the base game, but a bit faster, right? Launch pads are still in there, so that's going to be important for rotations. And cars, you mentioned, vehicles in general, that's going to be your like meta game rotation around the map. Choose where you want to go. It does change up fights as well. You know, previously we got to see people, they'd get in a decent shot from distance, or they would just realize they've got a high ground position and get dropped down, get one pump action shotgun into someone. If it doesn't work, they can dash out. Or if they get a good shot, they close that distance. They chase forever. That is kind of now much harder to accomplish.
Yeah, no, way harder to actually accomplish that. In terms of what's new in the new over here, there are these new types of currencies which allow you to go to the black market and get yourself some mythic weapons, maybe even some legendaries if they are over there. A lot of cool things in the underground area. I mean, we see things from mythic shotguns all the way to mythic snipers. And we talk about that sniper, it is back, but there's also something competing with it. The mammoth pistols have returned.
The mammoth pistols, typically a one-shot, 175 damage to the head. So unless that person is perfectly topped up, that's basically an instant knock. But for one shot, you got to get it right. The mythic varieties have 2 shots, so it does allow you to a little bit of grace and or the finisher if they even are at that perfect topped up. So it really is a fight definer or an opener, that a desperate reclamation of a lost fight, something like that. We also have the boons that are available, and we were chatting about them. These are like boons, medallions. Those are the power-ups now that are going to make you a lot better in so many different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. The one that everyone's gonna go for is the Vulture Boon. It's fairly simple, actually. It's a reverse UAV. I say reverse because a UAV shows you everyone who's alive. This will show you on your map the eliminations and their precise location. Good for going ahead and trying to get more fights. Like we all know, it is kills and placements that feed into these points. So everyone's going to be hungry for eliminations. We mentioned the baseball bat a little bit earlier. It's replacing the sword over here. I know a lot of people are going to be glad about that. It does 30 damage per swing, but you can charge it up and whack your opponent off the mountain, dealing a whopping 90 damage as well as fall damage off.
That's huge. Like, the blade did too much. It was massive mobility, and it was a very good fighting weapon up close. You slice and dice the person, you turn Fortnite into an RPG. Here, you still got that damage ability. Yeah, you got a little bit of more speed to be able to, keep up with an enemy that you're chasing down or close that distance to become effective. But once you're there, you can then just fight it out tooth and nail, toe to toe. It's that boop, though. That's the one I'm looking for. Guaranteed fall damage. You can knock people off cliffs. You can knock people off the top of builds if you manage to close the distance upwards. So it really does offer utility, and it's something that we're going to have to be on the lookout for. Individual plays. If you try and force it, someone's just going to mow you down as you're running straight at them over 50 meters. So be careful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The baseball bat, just an homage to Worms WMD is what I say. And then there are new utility items as well. There's a porter cover, which is replacing the porter bunkers that we always see. Not going to give you much height, but it gives you a bit of cover. There are the pulse scanners, which you throw down, and it periodically reveals anyone who may be pushing in around you. There are the med mist grenades, which is just a grenade that you throw at the ground. It creates a cover of smoke and only heals your white health, but it makes things very visible for you from far away. But up close, you can't really see much. It is a smoke grenade after all. And then there's the gold splashes. And Alt, when I told you about this, you absolutely were baffled by it. Not only does it heal 20 health or shield, but it will go ahead and also make you run a bit faster and give you 3 times your pickaxing speed, meaning you're going to be able to farm materials a bit better, and you're going to be going ahead and taking each other's walls a bit better as well.
Man, we've just scratched the surface, okay? You're going to see everything coming in there. Look out for action on the train, which is way harder to take down right now. We'll try and point out as much as we can as we see it on the screen. But it is time to get into the action, AR. 2 lobbies here today. It's cumulative points. AR mentioned it. You get points for the number of kills you've got, and you get a lot of points for your position. So even just waiting it out, surviving as a squad until those last 3-4 positions is huge. We typically see that little bit of a lull in the mid game, but that's in previous seasons. Everything is up for grabs, AR, and now it's going to be about adaptation. This season has not been out for a long time.
Yeah, no, the update just happened this past Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So these guys only had that little bit of time to go ahead and learn everything. I will say strategies should be a little bit different over here. We usually see in the beginning, everyone plays calm, gets their materials up, gets the guns that they need. I feel like everyone should be pushing towards those vaults right now, because that's going to give you the best weapons possible. It's going to give you those Dilbert coins to take to the black market, and it's going to make sure that at the end of it, you go ahead and get the best loadout that you possibly can. And look at that. Everyone's heading over to that new locations. Crime City, Shiny Shafts, Lone Wolf Lair, and Outlaw Oasis. The brand new areas on the map. And these guys know that that's where the best loot's going to be. On the icons, you can see the vault and the little black market store as well. So these guys have it planned out already from the beginning, Al.
That little beautiful circle of clouds is so beguiling. It makes you feel like it's a peaceful area with this infinite amount of loot. Oh, you can run between 3 full cities. But everyone else has got that idea at the same time. This is going to be a bloodbath. But whoever comes out of this area stands to have a lot behind them in terms of kills, in terms of cumulative loot. If they can dominate this part of the map, and you can see the team in yellow just a little bit south, maybe pick off anyone who's trying to retreat out. Southeast, though, on the other side, the factory once more. A couple of teams have dropped in and they've got sight on each other, and no shields going up. It's coming out together, poking that angle at the same time. Such a nice team kill.
Yeah, and you saw how fast that assault rifle did fire. That is the new one in the back pocket right there. Fires like an SMG, deals damage like an assault rifle. You love to see it. The burst is back again. It does have that red dot sight in it. But in the inventory of Sloan, just thrown down there, I should say, is that launch pad. We talk about the mobility and how it's needed. That launch pad is going to cover so much distance. But a lot of teams over in the new area right now. A team up north in Lone Wolf Lair by the new vault. One down in Crime City and some by Outlaw Oasis. I will say, Alt, a lot of secrets in this new places as well.
I think that team in purple in the very center, not with the city to themselves, either they know something sneaky is there and they're going specifically for it, or they're in a very dangerous position because everyone's going to be coming out of these buildings with so much loot. Basically, each of the hotspots have only a single team, and that's what's kind of keeping the team in purple safe. Here we go. First secret coming out. Alarm the wolves. Obviously, stand on the wolf-shaped hole in the ground. That's a pretty good hint of what's coming. And the elevator descends.
Elevator descends into a secret little vault over here, but no loot apparently. A little bit of a debate going on over here, unfortunately. There is also the little hot tub secret as well, which, you know, these guys don't want to do if there's too much people in the hot tub. It'll spew you out, dealing a lot of fall damage. So let's not test that one, boys and girls.
Oh, yeah, I think everyone's pretty much trying to just be peaceful, see how teams are avoiding each other. Everyone's taking their own little zones. The map's gotten bigger, it feels like, AR, or there's just more points of interest where people are able... it's just that single team, I think, that's gone down. Or did they even get taken down? What are the stats as we jump in here with the purple team? These guys have had very little loot. I'm keen to see what they've got. Yeah, pretty empty inventory. Yeah, the one squad eliminated for now, and that's it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. These guys are going to go over to the football field all the way to the west. You know, try to find a little bit of loot. There's the pulse scanner in inventory to show if anyone's pushing you nearby. And what a lovely little football court over here. You love to see it. Fortnite bringing back that sort of OG aspects back into modern day eras, finding a way to go ahead and place it sneakily. And these guys are going to have to go loot up. There's those gold splashes that we talk about, Alt, that give you that faster pickaxe and the faster mobility. I don't think you want to use that this early on to get your shields up.
What is that little orange thing?
That is the pulse scanner. So you throw that down, it'll go ahead and scan the area around you periodically, revealing anyone that's next to you.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't think you want to use those gold splashes, especially with the power that they give you when you use it. Am I correct in thinking that? Or would you go ahead and use it early on to get your shields up?
No. Okay, like shields are pretty plentiful. There are options for that, right? That thing with that boost, if anyone was around in the season of Nitro, you will remember people just tearing through builds, running down people. This one works a little differently. You do get that speedier boost, but you also get a knockback. And AR, I'm having visions of someone running up with the shotgun, knocking the person into the air and taking them down, or the dream, the absolute dream, with a mammoth pistol. You boop them in a straight line away from you and follow up with a headshot. It does 30 damage, I think, on the boop, which is enough to break that 200 threshold.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, that with the medallions. And we should talk about the medallions just a little bit over here. The new medallion that Alt is talking about that gives you that sort of faster speed and the pushback ability. That is one of the two that are in game right now. They've reduced the number of medallions, which I honestly think is a little bit better. It gives more for the other util and the other loot that's on the map. The other medallion being from the island, every single time you use a heal that is not a splash, will go ahead and grant you a bubble shield around you, just so you can go ahead and heal up safely.
That's huge. The fact that if you're being pressured and someone's like chewing through your build, it gives you that extra like seconds protection to finish off. It means that you can take a heal off against someone because you say it's a med kit as well. So like you can actually be patching up your health if you're in the zone and you still got the shield to protect you from latent damage. It's so big. I think it's worth going for and prioritizing around of it. Good shot coming out. Marshmallow missed the first shot. Immediate counter. And the build was not effective. The teammate was. The counter. 1-2 punch. Look this way. I'll come around. Marshmallow does manage to heal up. And there's that healing mist.
And you can see how tough it actually is sometimes to see through if you've got a different sort of color gradient on through the settings as Matchmiller gets taken down. With your brightness maybe a little bit higher or lower, it's going to make it tough to see. And that is going to be Coates that's going to take that elimination. And the vault was looted. I did see on the first elimination that happened in Crime City, one of those dilbits did get dropped. So we know that the vault has been looted. And those teams will now try to go towards that black market. As Tybos gets a beautiful spray. And then immediately with that baseball bat, and you can see the slight movement that it gives you, a little bit of speed, heads now towards where the train is passing by.
Train?
Please show us
this would
the
be
train.
a difficult job on your own, I think. Yeah, this is something you pass by. With the turrets that you have to take down, you wait for the thermite while AI spawn around you. There is way too much, and you've just managed to escape with your life. I love that little turnaround play to punish the only person. Doesn't stick around just in case there was another teammate coming. But clips them, runs for their life, has all the space in the world, and can now think about actually getting someone back, because we always talk about numbers, AR. When you're coming in as a duo, it's tough enough already. You need 3 people, and if you lose one, right now we see 2 teams in very close proximity.
Yeah, and north of Magic Masters as well, where we are right now, that's the armored vehicle as well, making its way down. That'll stay in the game until someone takes it as well. So maybe after this fight, Jathan and the rest of the squad can go ahead and get that AMV if they manage to win this battle. Jathan now with that org, unfortunately, gets taken out. Was that a sniper? I'm not even sure. Or that might have been the mammoth pistol that we talk about as the bullets come through from Itoshi right now. Jath looking to go and try to get the high ground. We'll go ahead, build some cones, walls all the way down, editing as quickly as possible. Falls all the way down as the twin fire shotgun gets sprayed out. Has a chug jug to heal. Has that purple mammoth pistol as well. Looks like it's just you down alone. Breathy might be knocked right now, or might just be very, very low. Takes a big hit from above. Cone gets placed down, but at this point, it's going to be tough to pop that chug jug, and that is going to be it for the squad as Sync gets that final elimination.
When Itoshi started that build, the teammate was still up, and it meant that they could buy time, drag all that attention, maybe give their teammates some time to heal, to rejoin, to counter it out. But when the teammate went down, it was just a ticking clock, and drops all the mats that they can. And that means we've lost another team, starting with a small 11 for our first lobby here today, and already down to 8. So we see more action. Crime City, actually, as the zone chasing people out. We got another duo taking on... looks to be a trio, but they've already confirmed 1 kill.
They've already confirmed the one and now pushing very, very quickly. Chisel just spraying through the build. Takes down Chef, gets the elimination as well. Good loadout over there. Both of these guys actually have the purple mammoth pistols in hand, which is going to be great for that pop damage before you go ahead and decide to push in the purple org as well. The sentinel pump, enough heals to go ahead for the storm. And now just going to go ahead, farm up. Again, materials are a must in here. You don't want to be in that final zones with nothing to build. Sure, if you have that the medallion that gives you as the... Rambo. Rambo, unfortunately, staying extremely still behind that builds, but does get taken out. And this is the black market that these guys are going to be going into. And how beautiful it is. Look at how much loot there is for these guys to get.
This is definitely the closest that 13-year-olds should get to a black market, but what a cool loot area for everyone. Again, if you can get a good couple of kills, if you can accumulate a couple of those dill bits, you can get the boons out of here, you can get your weaponry out of here, you can get all the health packs that you need if you're a little short. You kit yourself out, and it's really nice as well as an option if you had to reinforce recently, because then you can get back to a pretty solid loadout. Right now, these guys are decking out, and as a duo, I mean, that last kill was great. They realized the kill counts in terms of teams hadn't gone down, and they know they had taken out 2. So the last one was waiting, and that's a good heads up, and now they benefit.
Yeah, and the armored vehicle, it does seem to look like it's stopped as well. The golden sniper in hand, one of 2 snipers in the rarities that will go ahead and give a one-shot headshot. Everything else will leave the player left alive on a headshot, as we hear the alarms sirening for backup, but these guys have already gone ahead, looted through Working Class and Famous Garage. It seems to be the last 2 left alive within this. Has a pulse scan as well if need be, but the vault is still actually opening if I'm not mistaken. I can still see it on the minimap.
So there's still more loot to get. I mean, this is patient play from all these players. They're running practice routes, and AR, we talk about the improvement that a lot of these players are getting out of this tournament. Here is a good example. This has worked with a coach or sat in ground hours of YouTube, TikTok videos to understand how to make all these things happen. There's the points, the shooting of the little orange spots that you were talking about earlier to speed it up. These guys are working efficiently. Otherwise, that might take so long, and you do not want to be third-partied into this. You want to take fights on your terms once you've gotten freedom.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now it is 60% done over here, and pickaxing will go ahead and speed up the process. It does 50 damage on those glowing bits as well. Gets another one out, and now just waiting to open this vault, show us the beautiful loot that's inside, and a visual bug coming through already, giving us a little leak as to what's in there, teasing us, the viewers, as to what treasures may lie inside. And there's all that gold, there's those dill bits, and breaking all of those casings on the wall will give you even more gold, Al.
Oh, huge. Now, this is what you hit, and now you head straight towards that black market. I love that the team split up. Famous Garage was in charge of the vault, and the teammate, Working Class, standing watch outside. Perfect play, making sure that no one's coming to those alarms and checking on the inside of the zone, confirming that next route out of this. So, in the meantime, a couple of other teams have fallen as we head closer towards a zone centered around Seaport City. Oh. What's up, boss? Hey, are you still with us there, friend? We'll see. Time Boss and Matchmellow having gotten the teammate back in here, really nice way. Doesn't have a lot of kit to carry on going. Matchmellow, I can't imagine, has much more. So just trying to run some routes. Don't know if they spotted out the team against him. Not sure if AR is just taking a break or doesn't realize. He's fixing his mic. He'll be back in a second, guys. So right now he's missing. I hope he's still at least seeing the action, right? Oh, no, the fall damage. Boss. Hopefully the opponents don't realize this. Of course, Matchmellow has the ability to come back in, but has some distance to cover. Opponents don't seem to be moving on the map. And AR, you're back.
Yes.
You didn't miss anything. Boss didn't do absolutely anything wrong. Don't worry.
No, I heard you say I can see from the health. I play this game too much. It seems to be a little bit of gravity is my number one enemy. I know I feel that every day in real life myself with my weight, but now dropping into the water, gonna go swim away. There is a team in Seaport City, and they will just try to back up from here. Only like 32 builds in the inventory of Matchmellow, not enough, and we talk about it being in the end game as well.
Moss Meadows again. Now we got these duo versus trio matchup, and the trios have not come off the better going against now the kitted ex-Black Market visiting teammates, and they sprayed out Working Class. It's great off angles. It's just the one sitting up high. There's one shot is all it takes. Loot aplenty. This team could not have found a better target leaving the Moss Meadows.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I saw a mythic in one of the inventories as well. The mythic collateral assault rifle, which is that fast fire rate assault rifle. There it is in Sunny's hand over there, dealing a lot of damage output. And then having a mammoth pistol to go ahead and partner up with that. Oh, you're looking to go ahead and deal a lot of damage.
Yeah. If you're not looking at me, I'm going to mammoth pistol you in the side of the head. If you are looking at me, I'm going to spray with 492 bullets through everything that you can put up between us. So good luck to anyone. Maybe close the distance is the best way if you can keep distance on the baseball bat. I really want to see Sunny pull off something fantastic because this team's doing well. They managed to get themselves up 8 kills between them. They've got themselves the inventory. They've made the top 5, so they got the placement points. And these are not names that I'm super familiar with. So it's great to see a new squad coming out well. And they've got sights on these guys in brown pushing up from the northeast.
Yeah, no, and they have the high ground now. They will have to move the zone. There's the sniper shot. I think that did connect. I heard a connect shot for around 87 over there. Looking to hit another one. Unfortunately, the wall just managing to make its way between the bullet and the person. 5 teams left. There's that jump with that baseball bat. And, of course, it does go ahead and take away any fall damage. And now the double, the triple hit, it's coming through. The 90s just trying to take out very quickly. And unfortunately, Joshy gets taken out over there, but up close is Sunny. There's that assault rifle to spray through. can see how quickly it can get rid of a bull, but opting to go for that double res beforehand, get your teammate back up, get any heals that you need, and then push back into any fight that you may want to be in.
Maybe they're hoping the zone is going to chase the other team away and give them some space. They're just waiting patiently, and I like this. Poking out, scouting the angles. Sink is definitely a very aggressive player and likes to lead the charge, so does well at the team. And Sunny going to be running just alongside, trying to get this off angle. Got that mammoth pistol out and ready. That's not the mammoth pistol. That is 47 bullets. What am I talking about? My bad. Anyway, coming along the onside, Sink again takes the shot, and certainly opportunities, but no collateral coming out of this fight just yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the thing with that sniper is you can choose to go ahead, zoom in with the scope because it is an adjustable scope, or you can choose to hip fire it. And when you hip fire it, it does have a 100% accuracy as well. It just takes a little while longer to go ahead and get to that 100% accuracy, which is what we saw Sink do there for a second. But now pushing in, we saw that gold rush get popped. Good go ahead, trying to get the wall replacement very, very quickly with that pickaxe speed. But the opponent building down very, very quickly. And there's that pickaxe speed that we just saw for a millisecond over there. But Sink getting hit very, very hard. Not a situation you want to be in. Sunny also very low, especially when the zone is going to be dealing this much damage. We are on storm number 6 with 24 seconds left before it moves again. 5 teams left and 12 players.
Clever. The opponents are boxed in so well and edited well to take shots on the outside, but the team goes, that's fine. We'll back up 5 steps, heal up as much as we can. Sunny's in a dire situation.
Oh, no.
Has no health back, and it's in the zone. Got to tick out. That's a collateral for this. Turn it into 2v2. Time bought by their opponents. The teammates decide to box up now. Their opponents, they've run every time until now. Gonna run again, it seems. Josh Monkey seems to have the confidence to chase them down. Gonna build through his own edits there. I mean, shoot through his own edits and now take the high ground. Knows opponent's tendency is to run, and now they box up again, just testing their limits. Sunny on dire straits as well, still trying to pick up Sink and gonna tick out. Joshy Monkey's the last one left.
Yeah, that's the thing that we were talking about as well. They were just raising each other in the storm. It's not going to go well for you when the storm is doing this much damage, and it's about to do more. It's going to go ahead and tick up to a 5-tick storm very, very soon, but Josh is still going to go ahead and stick this out. 1 medkit in hand. Can't even share that, unfortunately. Needs it for themselves. As we see the rotation into zone right now, pink team also very, very close by. Even if you manage to survive the storm and get in with these kills that you have, there's teams waiting for you, and there's even teams waiting inside the zone right now. I believe they are in a vehicle driving towards the edge. There's that armored vehicle that we talked about, and the laser as well that you'd usually use to go ahead and break down a vault, now used to take down an opponent and get a kill to the name.
And they're back in the armored vehicle again. It's a mobile build, an impenetrable fortress. Get up close and take the laser duel. That was something out of a Fortnite ad. That was beautiful. And now giving the space for Raptor to sit in the back and try and get anything. The communication between these players is fantastic. Slow, never taking the hands off the wheel, and now gets them some high ground to overlook their kingdom. Only 4 teams left.
I want to point something out over there. That vehicle has 2,900 HP. And even on top of that, Raptor had not 1, but 2 mythics in the inventory. If I'm not mistaken, one of them was the mythic mammoth pistol that has that 2 shots on it. Rad, however, using that pickle skin, finding himself in a little bit of a pickle over here. Using the bush as cover, hoping to blend in, but with that zone going to be shrinking in very soon. Look how tiny that next zone's going to be. And of course, it has a little bit of it on the bridge as well. As Matchmellow now trying to fight out as much as they possibly can. Tyboss will go ahead, get one, gets the confirm on that elimination. And now trying to back out very quickly. 2 weapons, the mammoth pistol and the shotgun. No spray weapons whatsoever. And has to reload that mammoth pistol as well. It's going to be very, very tough, but not impossible. But do you believe in enough miracles to go ahead and get these elims? Clutch it up for your team and get that zone. There's the shields getting popped out. A little bit of leeway on that HP right now. Reloads the mammoth pistol. Now looking to go back in, 1 behind. Jumps off like a samurai. Hits the mammoth pistol shot on that jump down, and now just gonna build away, but only 40 builds left as that shotgun gets reloaded. The jump around the corner, but unfortunately the little bit of a trade over there gets 1, but the other one from behind, and that is gonna be Raptor gonna pop that Chug Jug as well. But Joshi up high can capitalize from this ult.
This is actually, Tyboss did so well. I'm not a biased player, but the ability to buy so much time, trade everything, had counterattack opportunities, was waiting for the third party, and Joshy Monkey did not oblige until they were absolutely sure their opponents had let down their guard and jumps in and takes out two. If Josh Monkey had gone in a little earlier, Tyboss would have had a chance, actually, and instead goes down themselves. Joshy Monkey picks up two more, and we have a 1v1 to finish it off, and a slow one at that.
Yeah, and picked up the medallion that we talked about earlier that lets you sprint faster and run into other players. Joshi not opting to go ahead and take that mammoth pistol, though, opting to go ahead get as much heals as possible. Maybe potentially thinking, hey, maybe this guy's playing a heal off. Let me get some heals as well. But Rad Gamer running up very, very slowly, playing it very carefully. These guys were a duo the entire time. You can see holds on the hill, but the Storm now going to have to push Rad all the way. Will Rad opt for those mythics? No, just going to go ahead and dodge away, use the pre-existing builds as a little bit of cover, and Joshi building a fort on the top of the mountain right now, but spots out where Rad is. That SMG has a high damage fall off, but still managing to deal a lot of damage over there. Sprays through, none of those bullets connecting. Rad taking down the 13 shield, make that no shield, and 54 HP, and now Joshi all the way down. Will we see a baseball bat elimination in game number 1? Only us can hope, but slides in with the shotgun, gets the elimination, and that's a 13 kill victory royale for Joshi and the rest of the squad.
That's huge. Well, and this is the team that we spotted out. They took that down in the meadow. They claimed against the duo who was just out of the black market, so they kitted themselves out. They managed to push in towards the center. Everyone else had their cute little tricks with armored vehicles, etc. But these guys just took pure dominant firepower and patience, moving sequentially through that. From the end there, Joshi Monkey doing such a good job to just slow play it and eliminate the real threat, the duo that was left alive in your final 4 players. And a great execution at the end. They had the builds to go up on the high ground, got that wonderful brick fort out, so you got stability around you, and then just spots out their rotations up the side of the hill. Executed perfectly the whole way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that was a 38 kills, 38 points for that first game over there for that. If we can get confirmation of which school that is, we will let you guys know at the start of the next game. Or Twitch chat, please help us out. This is why you guys are here, to enjoy this action that ASL brings, of course, in partnership with Ace and Nitro, and then also to help us out, because I mean, listen, we're getting a bit older each day as we go along. We're not with these games. Alt, I'm talking specifically about you, buddy. It's okay. I'm still in my 20s, dog. But we do have a second game coming up as well. Will Alt fall asleep beforehand? Probably not, because this is the hardest action of ASL. I'm sorry, but I apologize.
This is my favorite late night programming. What are you talking about? It's fantastic. 33. This is the peak of my day, and I hope it's going to be a great part of yours as well. We're setting up that second lobby, so we'll be back right after this.
My name is Mnoto, and I go to a school called Thomas More College in Hillcrest, Durban. I play Rocket League. Yeah, Rocket League is my favorite game.
Thomas Moore doing it, and Mnoto coming off the seating.
We placed third, unfortunately, in the schools league, and today we did not win a single game. I found it amazing. It was very hard, yes, in general, but yeah, that's what comes with competitiveness. No, this is in fact my first time being in person with friends, with teammates, and yeah, it's been an amazing experience. How did we prep? So we prepped by scrimming a lot, a week before our tournament, scrimming all the teams that were going to be here, and we also did just sessions with our coach. Yes. I experienced playing in front of a crowd for the first time, all the nerve, all the pressure on top of you, and how you can really play differently at home and in front of people. Yeah. My highlights was probably meeting all the pros, Snowy, To Die For, Cams, Ram, Mr. Low. Yeah, that was definitely my highlights. My hopes are to stop playing RLCS, maybe make top 8 and really make a name for myself, so yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Nick Holden. I'm the co-founder of ACGL, and we're at AGC, finishing things off today with the Rocket League semi-finals, about to kick off, I believe, before we go into the finals, which is our very, very last match to conclude what has been a crazy, exhausting, wet, and altogether fun tournament. Ooh, that is a tough one, but there's a couple of things. So just being able to see some of the school learners in Rocket League as well as Fortnite, they were so excited to be able to see some of their heroes. That was very exciting, but also for them to be able to show some of their skills. For me, the school stands out because that's always kind of where the heart is in terms of being able to see the next future stars. I gotta say, our graphic designer has been killing it in terms of some of the posters as well. It's been cool to be able to see that. And honestly, this is a cool event just because our team comes together and we don't always get that opportunity. And just being able to be together has been also amazing. So altogether, there's been a lot of stories. I can't really just pick one. So yeah, I think AGC this year for us was just to be able to get things started. It is our first year, and I think one of the things we like to do from our side of ACGL is get moving sometimes too quickly in terms of what we want to be able to achieve. But I think the whole thing of what we want to do with AGC going forward is really have it as the flagship event. And for us, starting that this year was vitally important. We didn't want to postpone, we didn't want to delay. We wanted to get things going so we can also set that expectation for what we want to do next year. So yeah, I think that's a big thing for us moving forward. So when it comes down to putting together our first event, any first event, it doesn't have a president to be able to set itself on. So you kind of just have to trust ACGL, and I really just want to thank all of our partners, the sponsors, the spectators, the participants, and everyone involved for just trusting us in terms of this process to be able to get it going. There's players that have traveled from afar. There's sponsors that essentially got in just because they said, well, we said, hey, this is something you should get involved with. And that trust means a lot to us as a company. It means that we've also been living up to some of our previous promises, and we just want to keep on doing that as a company. So just a big thank you to everybody involved, and we can't wait for the next one.
Enjoying the games? ASL has been growing exponentially for the last 2 years. Now, term 1, and just in the high school league, we have 182 different registered schools, 1,123 students all participating. If you want your school, company, or anything featured on the streams, in the articles, drop an email at schools@acgl.gg. This could be the perfect place for your brand to live. But if you're not looking to be involved with the high schools, we still have the primary school and university leagues. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to get involved in esports.
Hi, my name is Sander Estreisen.
My name is Christian.
My name is Richard André.
We are from Gauteng, Johannesburg, Hoërskool Die Anker.
The games are definitely challenging. We have a lot of different players with different skills. They are very good. Some of them are poor at the game, but it's very challenging. I say it's hard, difficult.
Van hulle was lekker, van hulle was moeilik. Daar was baie kompetisie. Daar was verskillende spelers, van die spelers was baie goed. Ek het dit geniet, dit was lekker.
Yes, it was extremely fun. Very grateful for the opportunity we had. It was very intense, and there was certainly a lot of competition, but yeah, it was just amazing. Yes, this is our first LAN experience ever, so we are extremely grateful for the opportunity.
Yes, this is me and my team's first LAN experience ever, and it's quite different, very different. A lot of people around us can hear what they are communicating to the teammates, and it's definitely more pressure than at home. We're comfortable.
Ja, dit is my eerste LAN experience. Dit is baie anderste, baie groter. Ek het dit nie verwag nie. Die mense is nice, almal.
You can feel the environment. I mean, the people are very nice in it, but you can feel it's not the same at home.
We just got done with an insane game for our first match in ASL Fortnite of Chapter 6, Season 2. What was that, Alter? 13 kill game? Yeah. I'm AR, joined by Altruism for ASL Fortnite. And it's not just Fortnite, Alter. This is the 4th year of ASL, of course, in partnership with Ace and Nitro, making this all possible. 182 schools signing up for all of these titles. Fortnite, Rocket League, Valorant. These guys want it all. And especially with the changes that have happened for ASL Alt, these guys are hungrier than ever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, across all the titles. I've got a team from my school playing Brawl Stars. It's great that they've got so many options and so many opportunities. The big one for these games, Fortnite especially, is that position in terms of the Premier Division at the end of Term 1. That Premier Division, 32 teams, only one per school, all playing and fighting it out for a spot at AGC, the LAN that happens in August this year. We go down to Cape Town, we get schools together alongside professional players. Yes, they get to compete in their own high school finals and then go and play in the same tournament as the best in the country. A fantastic opportunity that we saw last year, and this year is set to be even better. So yes, AR, when you say there's a lot to play for, there's a lot to play for, and these guys are putting in the work for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, for some of these guys, it'll be their first LAN whatsoever. I mean, we saw how fantastic it was last year. These guys meeting their heroes, and their heroes meeting who they've influenced. It's such a beautiful thing to witness. But
I mean, I got to meet you, AR. It was the first time we met, and I met my hero, so...
What's that mean? Am I the hero?
Yeah. Anyway, Fortnite.
Clip it, Chad. Clip it.
Can't get flustered if you're going to be famous.
Chad, I need you to clip it. Can we hit a replay buff on that? Anyway, Chapter 6, Season 2, ladies and gentlemen, we just got done with that first match. It was absolutely insane. We saw everything that we talked about over there. The vaults, the armored vehicles, the medallions, the baseball bat, even the sniper shots getting hit as well. We saw everything that we talked about, everything that we wanted to see. And now we're just hoping for a little bit more, Alt. You know, the chaos never stops over here for ASL, especially when Fortnite changes everything.
Everything. Right? That's the thing. Is everything has changed, and so people are still developing their own unique flavors. There's opportunities and a lot of separation. A pretty vacant first lobby, probably due to load shedding. You know, unfortunately, these tournaments, they have to happen at a certain time. But I hope you guys, if you are not able to make it into the lobby, you're playing, you're watching the stream right now, maybe getting a taste of what the action looks like, because Fortnite happens 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. It's going to be here on broadcast, and it gives every one of the students the opportunity to make on a day when things actually line up for them. So we do hope to see more Fortnite players in the rest of it. And we also have 2 lobbies running right now. That's a cool thing aspect. So right now, 11 teams were in our first lobby. Let's see, and that's what makes that victory of 13 guilds that much more impressive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And of course, we got to just mention this. You can't actually go ahead for Term 1 right now, but Term 2, if you guys want to get your schools signed up, schools.acgl.gg. Get involved for the greatness that is the megastars in the making for ASL, the ACGL School Leagues. But we drop right through the battle bus one more time. 31 players in this lobby, and sort of the same thing again. We see a couple teams going to the crime city areas to go ahead and get that loot, and a couple of teams just south of that hoping to maybe go to Mask Meadows, get that vault, or maybe even to just sort of cut off anyone who wants to go to the nearby black market.
Whoever's on the blue team there, they did not communicate. One went outside the ring, one was contesting Crime City, and now they get nothing, going to be left in no man's land in the canyon between. This circle area of death certainly looks a lot more lucrative right now. Only 2 teams dropping in there. Masked Meadows again, uncontested. And right now, Working Class and Tats going to be jumping into a difficult place here. Working Class having swapped out teammates, and after they had such good synergy, immediately into action.
Hopeful Heights now. A little bit of contesting going on. A grey pistol is not what you want, but Tat's going to go ahead and utilize that hopefully with a shotgun. I will say also, Alf, that armored vehicle that we saw in the previous game, when you take it down, it drops a mythic pistol, which is one of the most slept on weapons in Fortnite history. The pistol, just because it has 12 bullets, just because it's a handgun, people often leave it behind, but it does so much damage output so quickly that it is a viable weapon in Chapter 6 Season 2.
Absolutely. I mean, it basically fulfills the same role as as any SMG, that like short to mid-range fighting. But an SMG takes 40 bullets and shoots them all in 2 seconds. Pistol just only needs 12 if they're going to do that much damage. So certainly a great way to pull out, and really nice swap speed to it as well. Gives it that opportunity to really confirm the end of a fight with 1 or 2 bullets. Look at the pan across here. Team sneaking up underneath the octopus. Just one teammate looking for opportunities, kind of guiding their other teammates into a better position. Sniper takes over from this off angle, and the other two look like they're going to be rotating around. Spotted out, though, by Working Class, and the first salvo of bullets ricochet across the Japanese courtyard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We just were in that news chopper over there, just watching everything from above. And that's really, really timeful, especially since we are in this entire lawless crime season. As Working Class just still going to keep this height, waiting for the opponents to peak. They are in this 2v3 situation, so it is going to be a little tough for them. Alt, we talk about the numbers game all the time. We just even mentioned it in the previous one, as Tats gets taken down very, very low, 23 HP. We'll have to back up to these bushes, but Working Class still waiting.
No. Oh, Tats does actually go down at the end there. That must have been a late shot from an off angle, clips onto the low HP Tats, and Working Class kind of stood their ground for a little too long, I feel. Maybe trying to buy Tats the space that they needed to, but now they're going to be hunted down. Dex, Rockerblade, and Onesie, we've seen them do well in previous weeks as well. They've got all the time in the world to chase down a pretty low resource opponent. I'm surprised they're not showing a little bit more aggression. Maybe just making sure to finish this area so they don't have to come back.
Yeah, also probably thinking that there is a third one somewhere, so trying to cover all angles, making sure that there's no one sneaking up on them, making sure that they don't lose the numbers advantage whatsoever. But now Dex spotting out where they are, going to go ahead, build up top, probably confirming that there is only 2 of them, and looking to get some shots on the rock, though. The head glitch from Working Class, looking to go and get the confirm on Dex, but Rockerblade right there to prevent that for just a little bit longer. Builds up now. Dex bleeding out slowly. Did get tagged while down just a little bit, so lower HP than what you would normally like. And backing up now is going to be Onesie, who's going to go for the revivers. Rockerblade up top. Unfortunately, no builds, though, means that it's a risky situation as the builds get shot at. No walls to put down. Rockerblade taking out to 85 HP, choosing to drop down on the Cherry Blossoms and regroup with the team.
What an insane back and forth in terms of the tempo. The duo, a single person, halved in terms of their power. They get the reboot off thanks to the passivity of their opponents. And now they go back and equalize the odds. And then the reboot comes in from the other side. They decide to call a truce and spread out. Mask Meadows may be the next stopping point for our ambitious duo. We jump in now to Crime City. The battlegrounds has taken down from high ground. Julian, the forward person, doesn't have teammates too close behind them and going to be confirmed out in the river. And all that loot going to wash away as the numbers now is 3 teams in a close proximity set for a big clash.
Yeah, Julian getting knocked from the ultimate high ground over there. Couldn't move it across the river, but that is going to leave a 2v1 situation. Actually make that a 1v3 situation, I should say, as Joel gets taken down as well. The laser being used by Bobby right now. But unfortunately, the off angle from Coates, and we've seen this team go ahead and get a bunch of kills in the previous game as well. And now they actually go ahead and have a third within this. Mr. Carbon joining the team, a name that we've seen over the past week, and just a bunch of loot for these guys. Not much in terms of builds, but they are close to that black market if they want to try to go and get even more loot.
Spots out another opponent there trying to take that angle, and that's the sort of awareness that you've got to have is, yeah, there's lots of shiny things on the ground below you, but that's not where you get your points in this game. It's the ability to confirm those last little bit of kills, so always just taking that cheeky attempts and A player in blue now has to head towards the center of the field and try to get some space. Lone Wolf Lair available, but going to be hotly contested soon. Moss Meadows, this is where Working Class and Tats, they were headed towards it earlier, and they've spotted out their opponents actually leaving the area.
Yeah, is this a different team or is this the same team? No, this is a different team over here. This is Raptors, Sniper Digi, and Sloan that we saw driving around in that armored vehicle in the last game. And now looking to maybe go ahead towards this black market, go through the little tunnel ways of the sewers, get whatever weapons, and then hope that the armored vehicle shows up. And the armored vehicle is actually there. If you look at the minimap, it's being contested right now in the fields by Rocketblade and Wanzi and Dex. But will they manage to get it off in time, get the vehicle for themselves, get the loot? Actually, they are heading over towards Rocketblade, actually doubling back towards the armored vehicle. And now defending this armored vehicle while you break into it is going to be a little bit tough. It's going to go ahead and give your position away as you're fighting these AI. And when there's a team that close, you know that you're going to be held out very, very soon. But they are going to do it either way, y'all.
Committing to it, if they can get that resource, whoever comes out the better, it's going to be so good for it. They've got a long way to go, but they don't mind a bit of storm tick damage. Got the heals, they have to pop them quickly next, and worried about the pressure that's going to come out. Keep the zone, or at least keep the AI on the other side of any walls that you want to jump up. Eliminate Dex again, takes a fight, comes off the works for it. Still got more healing, and going to lovely top up with the Sprite for them and the team. Nullifying all of that zone damage, gain more AI, and I mean this is a pretty long fight for this. So these guys have had to come prepared. There it is. They've got the opportunity, and we saw it work so well previously.
And the thing I love about this is we'll mention something out, and then these guys will showcase it to us. There was that suppressed mythic pistol that we just talked about dropping from the van, and now they even have that van with 2900 HP to drive around in. And you know, you'd think a heavy vehicle like that moves slow. No, it's fairly quick as well. They're going to be getting into the safety of that zone, out of the storm very, very quickly as that mythic pistol gets picked up, and now they'll hop into the van.
Oh, so much to their advantage. Wanzi taking a couple of jumps to get into the back there. And the big thing for me right now is they are kitted, but so is everyone else. Only one team has been eliminated. So these guys have been running their routes. Now we get a clash in the center, and it's time to put task and really test the mettle of what these guys do when kitted out. It's going to be Joshy, our victors from our previous match, Sunny and Sink. They've shown their aggression again with that assault rifle. Look at the speed. Look at the burst damage through that wall. And that was a brick wall as well.
That's what I'm talking about, Alt. That new assault rifle is actually broken, and it's the one gun that you want to be using in build mode, just because you can spray down builds so quickly and get that peek through damage. Sink looking for a cheeky snipe perhaps with the new sniper rifle with the adjustable scope on it, but no one actually peeking for just enough time to take that shot. The looking spots out where the Narcus takes a shot, but unfortunately doesn't even break that bull. But pushing up is the entire team right now. The bull's going out, the edits coming through as well. High ground now getting taken by the opponent above. Joshy on height as well, though, is going to go ahead and counter just a little bit. There's the shotgun shot from Sink connecting, but that opponent climbing all the way up top. But Sink following very quickly, gets the knock. It is going to be Jalen Itoshi getting taken out, and now the spray's coming through from down low, holding the builds, and they are going to make sure that that player is boxed up so that all the loot doesn't fall down to the ground. And that reboot card is all the way up top as well, making it harder for the other team. Gonna heal up a bit is Sink as Joshy continues to build, falls down a little bit, but has that baseball bat, and Sunny cheekily looking to maybe drop the whole bull down.
You can communicate to your teammates if they need to get out, because that's a really nice proactive play. Spot out an opponent. Never wasting a second is this team. They're so good at using that third-person peek to rotate around bulls as they climb. They're managing to isolate off team members. They're able to spot out someone, and that's someone now trying to get a little bit of distance. They're always looking for more. I love to see that from the squad, and that's the reason why they came out the better in the previous match and why they've got themselves 3 kills already now.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, especially when there's only one team per school going into that Premier Division. Everyone's fighting because they want to be in there. They want to be representing their school in the Premier Division. And we can see how hungry these guys actually are. As now the sprays from distance comes through, and Sunny's going to get that elimination. That is going to be the squad wiped as they move into Floodgate. There are a couple of teams over here. Specifically the teams that were over in the meadows, and then the team that took the armored vehicle from the meadows. So this is going to be interesting. Maybe a three-way fight over here right now, Al.
This is great. All of these teams down south here have been poking and prodding at each other, getting what they can out of it, but always backing out. These guys, our previous victors are a team that I don't think is going to take that opportunity. They come here to finish the fight and immediately start spraying down their opponents. They've got the long-range weaponry that they need, but the zone making it harder to see, and certainly it's ticking enough damage that you don't want that in a drawn-out fight like this. The counter shots, though, coming out and cracking. This team has come out of the floodgates and now faces a dastardly task ahead of them.
That was a headshot with the mammoth pistol, Al. That was at least 125 damage that just went off there immediately, managing to go ahead and push back the opponents just a little bit. And we see Reggie right now doing something a little bit cheeky, using the hip fire on the sniper just because it has a tiny bit less bullet drop than when you scope in. Very, very smart from these players, especially when this season just came out a couple of days ago.
Adaptation. It's Darwinian right now, the way that the best are rising to the top. And again, we've got 9 full teams in here. It's for the Sloan's team, though. I don't know if they know about the wraparound coming out here through the top. Over the top. I mean, this is the angle you want. You're not building up to there and immediately chunking down damage. Sniper Reggie put in a dire situation, sitting behind the reboot van. Going to be able to top up. Raptor, please tell me that's not full damage. No, okay, it has that red out, but certainly going to take a couple of bullets on the way down, and they eventually going to get confirmed as the first one to die. Raptor, and there's still no answer. These guys on high, they're even coming to fight it toe-to-toe.
That was death from above, dropping down with the baseball bat, just jumping onto your opponents. Raptor, of course, had that mythic sniper, which will be very valuable to the opposing team as there's the confirms coming through. It's all up to Reggie now. Last one left alive, but a massive shotgun shot will go ahead and undo all the work of that chug jug, and then unfortunately not connecting with that shotgun shot, as well as Sync gets the final elimination. We're down to 7 teams, 19 players, and it's only Storm number 4.
You could say this team is in sync. Sorry. The medallion on the back there was also certainly a big part of the victory, the ram coming out at the end of it, giving them that extra bit of speed. And we swap across. So this team, they move from one to the other, now heading north, and in the center, going to be fighting it out of Calm City. Stinky Chef, this team yet to pick up a kill here. It certainly has this loadout's worrying me, AR.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that SMG might be okay for their close ranges like we talked about, but, you know, we could change it to something just a little bit better. And building a cone over Chef right now is Rambo going to go ahead and utilize the proper edits to make it more efficient. Rambo's inventory looking good over there, has the sniper. Zeus also
a little bit.
Yeah, Zeus with a good inventory as well. Has those thermites though. Now, those thermites can be used on opponents' builds as well.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you're a good player, you're just going to edit behind you and build a 1x1 instantly. Is that an item you should be keeping in your inventory? Or maybe should you go ahead and find maybe a med kit, maybe a big pot, heck, maybe even one of those baseball bats?
Listen, it's not something that I'd force into my inventory and try and make a play around it, but if it's the best you got, it can be cute in niche situations, and certainly it doesn't do a lot of tick damage, but it makes people panic, you know? Anytime you get set on fire in a video game, it's not a good thing, right? So I'm interested. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, but certainly there are so many better things that you can have, and I mean, looking at these sort of inventories, you can start to see it. A wonderful orange shotgun. I love to see that. Shotguns have dominated so much, and with mobility out, we haven't seen them really coming to the fore as people can't close that distance the same way. But we saw death from above with a baseball bat. We've seen it with a shotgun enough times.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, those shotguns going to play a massive part in those final circles. I mean, we saw it in the previous game as well when I believe it was Joshi going ahead and sliding in with that shotgun, getting the final elimination. We are going to switch over back to Rambo and the rest of the squad as they are just throwing it down. There's that thermite going in use over there, breaking the wall, but you can see how quickly the wall just gets replaced by those opponents. That's right now. Trying to find an angle as well with that mammoth pistol, but no one peeking that angle. Zeus still holding up high, but things have slowed down, and now there's a team building up a little bit behind you. This is not a good situation that you want to be in, especially when that zone's going to move in about 17 seconds as well.
Is this not the team that's just wrapped around them and then taking the high ground? They were pressured in the zone, but it seems like, again, the stalemate. They're both content with their position. They're just going to try to wear down each other. And Boxing Zeus, he's not looking great on Matt. So this team certainly, there's the damage. Even with the healing miss, just out of reach, temptingly behind. Radkus Rambo with the best inventory of the lot, looking to take some shots. Doesn't connect on either of the first two. Again, a third one racks it off. He has to now settle for trying to get the teammate back into the action.
And that's the thing with that sniper. It has such a high bullet drop on it that you gotta aim way higher than what you think you need to. And that often makes you waste at least 1 or 2 bullets. And in this case, unfortunately, Rambo falling just a little bit because the bull's breaking. It will cost that third bullet as well. Chef trying to get that shot with the mammoth pistol. Spray down a little bit with that SMG. Zeus, unfortunately, shoots out his own wall over there. The crosshair just a little bit off to the left. Rambo spraying down the boards as well. And there's the elimination from Rambo. That is going to be working class. Getting eliminated. 7 teams still within this. And it's still spraying down as there's one more player. But unfortunately, that player gets behind the boards just in time.
Full second out in the open there with 3 people looking at you. You are breathing hard if you're Tats on the other side. Of course, we know that Tats was the teammate of Working Class, so probably the one up there. And yeah, alone and drawn in. There's 2 other teams, so certainly can't retreat for too long. The other side, Sunny and Sink, Joshi, all of them again. They've gone from the bottom of the map to the top, and they're hunting down some teams, a duo, Matchmellow and Thai Boss. But this is a team that went late previously. These are not easy pickings and know how to turn aggression against you.
Goes for the pot shot with that mammoth pistol. Does not connect, but can you imagine if it did? Matchmellow has that laser in the back pocket as well, which could put so much pressure onto those builds. And we're seeing a couple of things right now that could go ahead and start a trend for ASL this season. I don't know if you're seeing it as well. These guys are carrying nothing but a mammoth pistol and a shotgun. 2 guns. That's it. Making sure that they get that accuracy with the mammoth pistol and then hopefully push in and get the shotgun shot. It's extremely risky, especially with no spray weapon. I mean, we saw earlier in this match, spraying through the builds with that mythic collateral assault rifle is so powerful. Is this a trend that everyone should be getting on right now?
Not a big fan. I think it's certainly a good combo to have in it, but it can't be the end of your builds, the end of your loadouts. You know, having something like an AR there is your third. Everyone needs an AR in their life.
He's just saying that to make me blush.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about the gun.
Oh, my bad.
Something like that certainly to threaten builds is really nice. We've seen people trying to shoot out the bottom of builds or something. You don't want to use a mammoth pistol for that, and getting close enough with a shotgun is not ideal. So, I mean, even Matchmellow, basically the same loadout. Got that the sniper rifle and then the shotgun. It's a 1-2 combo, but, you know, there are other things you can add towards it. These guys are all or nothing as they duo, and right now it's nothing. They got to get back because they're being pressured. 6 teams remain. 5 teams remain.
There's the laser coming in, and I was about to mention, what if you have a laser in the back pocket as well with that mammoth pistol and that shotgun? That sort of evens things out as we see Matchmellow getting taken out, and look at the pressure that laser puts on a 1-by-1, making sure that you get that res is very diabolical. We'll get that res off, but now pushing off, Storm is going to be dealing some damage. Look how much people are in this area. All 12 players, and they all are over here pushing into that safety of the zone. Mr. Carbon, 40 HP, trying to build up and escape the shots. Gets taken down. Matchmellow gets taken down again as well due to zone. Coats, though, very, very low. Chisel getting taken down low as well. If I'm not mistaken, these are the victors of last game. It is. Sunny gets the elimination. Sink as well. And now we'll push into the safety of that circle.
A little bit of a miscommunication. Coates had to heal up there and so retreated. And so with Chisel going in aggressively, meets up against two players and a difficult way to play your way out of it. Again, it's this trio just running over and Sink picks up another one. They are just massacring any victims that they can find. And right now, it's the three of them versus basically everyone else in the lobby who's solos or duos. And once more, they collapse upon someone who's trying to hold on. They come from both sides. The laser through the builds and top up with whatever they can. That's another team down, and really it's 3 versus 5, it feels like.
And again, I love when we mention something and then these guys do it. Sink has 2 weapons in hand, not even a shotgun, and uses the laser to push through the bulls to get the eliminations. That is insane to actually witness. Maybe that strat is a viable one for this season out. I mean, these guys just proved us completely wrong over there. Onesie unfortunately gets taken down by Tybus. We're down to 2 teams left. 4 players, a 3v1. Tybus, the last one left alive. But when you see how dominant this team is, as one is pushing in with the Sub-Zero Mythic, the Sub-Zero gloves. Will we go ahead? No! Joshi gets taken out. Sink, though, looking for the snipe now. Unfortunately, the builds are just a bit too quick. Imagine how quick these builds will be when we get those local servers, as Sunny with the mammoth pistol gets the headshot, and that's gonna be a second victory royale. 15 eliminations for Sunny, Sink, and Joshi.
Joshi with 0 elims in that round. He won the previous game. He took a step back and said, you know what, teammates? Your turn to shine. And shine they did. Once more, a clinical execution. The rotations around the map are so fast that they threaten everyone. Right? So there's no way to drop somewhere where they're not going to reach you if they tend to go that way. These guys just seem to walk without, you know those movies where like everything scurries away as someone walks down a corridor? That's what it feels like. And you can see why. That little mammoth pistol at the end, we harped it up the whole day. A single well-placed shot around the edge of the bullets. That's all it takes to finish off them. But that was just an echo of everything, every kill that paved the way to there.
And things went from 0 to 100 very, very quickly over there. For the longest period, it was just everyone getting the materials they need, finding the loot that they want. All of a sudden, we were on storm number 8 over there. Everyone was taking 8 damage per second from that storm. And we saw what that resulted in. A little bit of a miscommunication. One person needs to go ahead and heal. The other 2 are pushing in, gets taken out due to that storm being so strong. But again, that is a victory twice in a row today for that team, if I'm not mistaken. And what a lot of points they have gotten, especially when only one team from each school can go to that Premier Division. And you can see from how these guys are playing that they want it all.
They want it. That's it, right? Imagine being like the other team from that school looking at a performance like that today. We saw Danke doing it yesterday as well. We've got some results for you guys just to show you the bracket, I believe. Otherwise, I misunderstood Peach in the background there. But not visually. But we do have some results in our chat. So, AR, you want to run through those?
It is St. David's Madisonanda that won both games over there. And we did see them, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the past week win as well. So a lot of points for these guys to actually go ahead. They've won game 1 and 2 today, and we do have the standings. They are in first place right now, and second place as well. They have 2 teams, Fortnite 5 and Fortnite 2. Fortnite 5 in the lead right now. Fortnite 2 in second with 98 points. And then SWAT Corp with 84 in third. So these guys want it. They know what they're playing for. If St. David's over there, Fortnite team number 5, played that well and stay at the top like that, they are going to be put to that Premier Division.
I mean, that's exactly what I said would be the terrifying thing. You've got the second team, because the first 2 are both St. David's, Marie, Ananda. Both of them. So the second guys did better than anyone else, and pretty clear, actually. They got 98 points. In first place, though, Fortnite 5, again from St. David's, with 186. They got twice the points. How do you sit there going, we're better than everyone else in the lobby, except our friends? That's going to suck. But there's one more week of opportunities, guys. This is just week 3 of 4.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like we said at the beginning of this, there's so much, 182 schools signing up for multiple titles, Fortnite, Valorant, and what we're going to set up for all of you guys right now, and I can see Alt smiling very, very wildly over here. Rocket League. This is this dude's home and native. So if you guys want to see some Rocket League action, this guy's going to guide you through it all too beautifully. But from the Fortnite side of things, that is all that we have. We will have more tomorrow, as well as with some Valorant action tomorrow. So go ahead and stick around for that. But we are going to set up that Rocket League for all of you guys. So don't touch that dial. A lot more action. The megastars in the making still over here for ASL. Brought to you by Ace and Nitro. Don't go anywhere.
Hey everybody, my name is Nick Holden. I'm the co-founder of ACGL, and we're at AGC, finishing things off today with the Rocket League semi-finals, about to kick off, I believe, before we go into the finals, which is our very, very last match to conclude what has been a crazy, exhausting, wet, and altogether fun tournament. Oh, that is a tough one, but there's a couple of things. So just being able to see some of the school learners in Rocket League as well as Fortnite, they were so excited to be able to see some of their heroes. That was very exciting, but also for them to be able to show some of their skills. For me, the school stands out because that's always kind of where the heart is in terms of being able to see the next future stars. I gotta say, our graphic designer has been killing it in terms of some of the posters as well. It's been cool to be able to see that. And honestly, this is a cool event just because our team comes together and we don't always get that opportunity. And just being able to be together has been also amazing. So altogether, there's been a lot of stories. I can't really just pick one. So yeah, I think AGC this year for us was just to be able to get things started. It is our first year, and I think one of the things we like to do from our side of ACGL is get moving sometimes too quickly in terms of what we want to be able to achieve. But I think the whole thing of what we want to do with AGC going forward is really have it as the flagship event. And for us, starting that this year was vitally important. We didn't want to postpone, we didn't want to delay. We wanted to get things going so we can also set that expectation for what we want to do next year. So yeah, I think that's a big thing for us moving forward. So when it comes down to putting together our first event, any first event, it doesn't have a president to be able to set itself on. So you kind of just have to trust ACGL, and I really just want to thank all of our partners, the sponsors, the spectators, the participants, and everyone involved for just trusting us in terms of this process to be able to get it going. There's players that have traveled from afar. There's sponsors that essentially got in just because they said, well, we said, hey, this is something you should get involved with. And that trust means a lot to us as a company. It means that we've also been living up to some of our previous promises, and we just want to keep on doing that as a company. So just a big thank you to everybody involved, and we can't wait for the next one.
Enjoying the games? ASL has been growing exponentially for the last 2 years. Now, term 1, and just in the high school league, we have 182 different registered schools, 1,123 students all participating. If you want your school, company, or anything featured on the streams, in the articles, drop an email at schools@acgl.gg. This could be the perfect place for your brand to live. But if you're not looking to be involved with the high schools, we still have the primary school and university leagues. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to get involved in esports.
Hi, my name is Sander Estreisen.
My naam is Christian.
My name is Richard André.
We are from Gauteng, Johannesburg, Hoërskool die Anker.
The games are definitely challenging. We have a lot of different players with different skills. They are very good. Some of them are poor at the game, but it's very challenging. I say it's hard, difficult.
Van hulle was lekker, van hulle was moeilik. Daar was baie kompetisie. Daar was verskillende spelers, van die spelers was baie goed. Ek het dit geniet, dit was lekker.
Yes, it was extremely fun. Very grateful for the opportunity we had. It was very intense and there was certainly a lot of competition, but yeah, it was just amazing. Yes, this is our first LAN experience ever, so we are extremely grateful for the opportunity.
Yes, this is me and my team's first LAN experience ever, and it's quite different, very different. A lot of people around us can hear what they are communicating to their teammates, and it's definitely more pressure than at home. We're comfortable.
Ja, dit is my eerste LAN experience. Dit is baie anderste, baie groter. Ek het dit nie verwag nie. Die mense is nice, almal.
You can feel the environment. I mean, the people are very nice in it, but you can feel it's not the same at home, like on your own setup. Everything just feels like different, but it was good.
Ons het saam in creative geoefen, ons het Zoneworks teen mekaar gespeel. Ek en my span het in 'n trios gaming gegaan. Ons het ons strats uitgewerk en ja.
At home, we play together a lot. Creative mode, public games against other people, just making sure we know what we have to do as a team.
I definitely did do some mentality stuff. I've motivated myself, and that's how I played.
Yes, we definitely gained a lot of experience from this, and next time when we come back, we will be better than ever and hopefully grab that first place trophy.
Ons het baie goeters geleer om saam te speel, nuwe strats, wat waar om te land. Dit was baie lekker. Ons het dit geniet, ja.
Yes, I learned that I doubted my opponents. I thought that I was this guy placing first, but no. Yeah, I learned that I should not be cocky, lower my ego, and definitely train harder, play more. Highlight was definitely coming third place in the nationals and celebrating it at home.
The highlight, I would say, is just meeting a lot of new people and all of the commentators and just having a great time with everyone.
Dat ons derde kon gekom het in die ASL.
My hopes for AGC 25 is to see a lot more people joining the community, to meet new people, and just have a great experience together.
My hopes are coming first place, obviously, and probably training and playing a lot of games with my fellow teammates.
That we can come first.
Thank you all for your support, and thank you to you all that doubted us.
Sterkte, daai kant, almal kan dit doen as julle julle harte in dit sit.
For my school, I would say we tried our best. We were extremely grateful. We were chosen for this opportunity, and we did our best. And next year, we will certainly come back and be on top.
We're at Weinberg Boys for the first school event of 2025. We saw a massive increase in participating schools and students in 2024. This year, we're only planning on going up. One of our goals this year is accessibility. And we'll be looking at fine-tuning our LANs to make them more accessible, and also looking at more avenues where we can have underprivileged schools without equipment being able to compete. We also have some really nice educational features coming onto the website. But for now, it's a secret. Like every year, the website has gone through some changes to make it a bit more efficient to play your games, but you'll have a detailed video on that soon. We're excited to be back. I hope you're ready for a new era of school gaming.
And we're back. The ASL continues right now. We swap away from Fortnite and we jump into some Rocket League action. And of course, we've seen him around the South African scene for the longest time, I'm sure. I'm also joined by Muzz. Muzz, a pretty new experience, this high school casting for most people, but you've been around for a decent number of games at least.
Yeah. No, well, I was complimenting Sam, of course, starting her track into Rocket League as well, and Fortnite. So yeah, it's been good. But yeah, the high school scene is always a blessing, because I know guys like you and Greybeard always talk about the grassroots levels and how beautiful it is to watch these guys play. So yeah, it's all good.
Man, I love this because you get to see, like, there's obviously mistakes. There's obviously little things that they do wrong. You see people double committing a lot more often. I mean, this weekend we get to see the RLCS action. I mean, you and I are going to get to see the best of the best in the country and the region. But right now we're getting to see where it starts from. We're getting to see the kids who are looking up to those pros and trying to do that double flip reset and getting it almost right. But they're learning it from these best of the best. So it's so good to see what the next generation looks like. And I mean, I got to like host a little LAN in my own school this last weekend, and it was so cool to actually see the kids and the excitement on their faces. We talked about it in Fortnite. This means so much to these youngsters.
Oh yeah, of course, man. I think Dogman was telling me, because he's also schooling out that side in KZ, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to the Thomas More LAN. I'm like, oh, excuse me, there's just a casual LAN at Ultrazim school, but that's exactly what you want, right? Bring all the schools together, bring the students together, play a bunch of esports and games in a LAN environment, get that kind of hype, get that competitive feeling. I can only imagine it was such a blast this past weekend.
It is, and that's the thing, is people like ACGL, people like ASA for Education really giving this platform to students to get to play. And I love that we get to broadcast it. So, Muzz, we get to jump in now. It is going to be Elderain, a team that a school that we know has put a lot of effort into their esports and seen some results as a result, against the Currow school from Century City. And I mean, Currow as a whole are, again, a very passionate esports school.
Yeah, no, you see all these big names, the Centennial Cities, the Kuros, just your PSGs, everyone that plays Elderain, been around for a long time, played a lot of decent Rocket League as well. Everyone is saying here in the background that Wormy is one of the players we have to look out for. Their Ultrazim, so I'm keen to see how that goes down. But only a best of 3, though. You have to hit the ground running, and you have to score quite quickly.
Yeah, there's no settle-in period now. You have to have been, warming up before the game and then ready to jump in, like you say. And something that I always recommend towards school players, I mean, this is maybe the first time these guys have been streamed. This is maybe the first competitive tournament they've done. And you can have all the confidence in yourself in a quick play match or even in a competitive grind when you're with your friends, etc. But as soon as you kind of take on a competitive against another school, something actually on the line more than MMR, the psychology changes. And so the best place to start is at the beginning with the basics. Get that consistency right in terms of your shots, your passes, your rotations, your challenges.
Yeah, I mean, that's all of it, right? That just what can you do in those moments where kind of your palms are sweaty and you don't, I don't know if it's mom's spaghetti, but you got to just kind of stress, right? And like you said, you guys have hosted a LAN. That must have been nervy. You're now on a full ACGL run stream. Yeah, that's going to be nervy as well. I don't think we've seen the Cura team play just yet. I think Elderain got 1 win, and then I think Alkstar was mentioned, a couple forfeits here and there. I think we've got 16 groups, Ultras, and that tells you also how many schools have entered just for this title, Rocket League.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. And the rules for Fortnite is that only one team per school can go through. I would assume it's the same here in Rocket League, right? Now, I'm going with that assumption. I'll confirm for you guys just later. But that means that teams have to play well. And we've seen schools like Elderain, like Paul Roos Gymnasium, etc. They come in with a good couple of teams. So you're fighting against your friends right now on the big stage. So you got to get it right. Don't go for the big plays. Big plays, those are the things that like break a deadlock between two teams. It's not what carries you to the end. It's going to be about getting the simple things right. I'm excited to see how we go as we go into match number 1.
Yeah, and of course, we mentioned that best of 3 already, Ultrism here, so you can win, obviously, 2-0. It's going to be difficult to see. Maybe someone takes it the distance as well. Maybe we get that kind of tie 1 apiece, and it goes to that last game 3 as well. But of course, yeah, Seta taking on the Dragons. It's going to be a good.
Wormy, the one that we were hyping up earlier, is the one to solo carry this. New Blue and Mosey had gone in aggressively and had to drop back for boost. And Wormy from Seta being Elderain, of course, just takes it on their own head and just flies the ball home. Really nice bit of individual mechanics and a good challenge to the back line. Nice work around the back to also physically get involved with your opponents.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, highlighting Wormy already opening the scoring here for us as well. Yakira, they're going to have to come back. Are they the Dragons? Will they be fierce, though, and do something with it there? We see Clipsu trying to bring it down, try to get a dunk there. But New Blue, I can't beat out. And Playboy running down for Kira. Oh, bit of a mistake coming up from Moz. What can we do? Wormy here, the player with all the magic. Oh, but Moz getting bumped, though, by Rez. And those are the plays, those physical encounters, Ultrism, you want to see.
Bit of an aggressive challenge across the net from all of the Aseta players, but Wormy with the presence of mind to follow it afterwards. This created an opening now for Moz, trying to get something towards the center. Challenged in the corner by Clips. Wormy going to take it up high, looks for the double, doesn't get it. Records consternation on the back line of the Dragons. Moz has returned now, full boost tank, and wants to show that they can also do it in the air. Unfortunately, the jump off there, but well recovered at least to threaten the dunk afterwards.
Yeah, Kira Dragons want to hold into the possession. Want to see what we can do. Almost so Playboy came in with that equalizing goal that almost eclipsed you. Wants to come in on something. Rez, maybe second man. Can he get past New Blue?
Oh, no.
He's going to be able to. Oh, there it is. Ultrism. We get the equalizer.
Oh, again, the back line. This time of Aseta being the ones challenged. And Wormy was cutting around, could have cleared that away. But the panic of the backflip, I need to do something, was great positioning in the beginning for the original shot. But sometimes you have to know when it's not your time to hit the ball. Wormy seems to want to hit the ball a lot and now goes for the demo. Opens the line and the follow-up shot from a tough angle immediately there.
Oh boy, Oseta, Elderain, Ossetia, Ultras, and they're just making such a decent play in showing here of game number 1 here as well. Can we see more Wormy looking for that action? Wants to win on that near post there, but it's going to get kept out there by the Dragons. Playboy and Rez, can they do something with a nice little pinch?
Oh, nice psycho!
Oh man, those are the plays you want to see there. The defense is left wanting.
Oh man, that is actually very impressive. It's one of those TikTok things that you try out over and over, and you probably can't hit a typical aerial, get a good dribble going, but that one you practice and it works out this time. Brings the Dragons level up and are immediately again onto the offensive. Wormy with a good early challenge, has New Blue next to them and goes up aggressively, tries to pop it back in, finds New Blue, but Playboy managing to cut it off and get a nice doink to keep this momentum going.
4 goals in front of all of us here. 2:30 still on the clock. Game number 1 here. And Dragons, I want to try to see if they can pip Oseta and Moz here from the ceiling. He's going to take it down this left-hand flank and send it the whole way down to stop it. And Moz, though, on their relentless attack again. Ooh, out for Wormy. Almost Wormy able to take that shot, though. But that's just defense here from Dragons. New Blue. Can he get the dunk? Maybe get pass off. Can't get past Rez, however.
Good carry, but now they've double committed into the corner. Wormy spots it out and retreats back. Has to do some work. Pre-jumps off the wall and covers the goal line alongside Moz. Now everyone rotating through the line. It leaves an open ball for New Blue. And getting creative with a very flat spin through there. Has also gotten a bump off it, so gives the setter another look. Wormy's got no boost. There's Moz in the air. He's at least going to be able to catch the boost on the way out. No! Aggression from the Dragons gives them a chance out, and still, it's got to be cleared. Dragons yet to cross that halfway mark.
Yeah, sometimes you watch high school Rocket League and you think, oh, I'm not going to expect too many flashy plays, and then you see the flashy plays in the aerial prowess Ultrism, and you're just like, hang on, what are we watching? Love it.
These youngsters have skill. They know they can clip on you, and I've come to respect my retirement from competitive Rocket League when I watch youngsters doing this. It's wonderful. Mozzie's now going to try to turn it all the way around, gets cut off well. It has teammates to back it up. Wormy going to be able to pop this out nicely. One player up already, and Wormy just leaves it at the last second. Moz still can't complete that shot, and the last minute comes down with both teams still tying.
Might get the OT here, the overtime. We're going to see if this happens. Game number 1. Oh, okay, Wormy. We see you. Oh, my goodness. No OT. Maybe not.
Still 50 seconds in this. One goal is not a big enough buffer, but I said it's going to feel good that they've been able to take the lead consistently when it's come to this deadlock. Dragons, they've answered before. Can they do it again? They're going to have to do it from their own back lines. It's Clip. Picks up the ball, slows it down, gets a little pinch with the teammate, but it's a little bit too chaotic, and New Blue going to take advantage, looking for the pass. It's a great pass, and Wormy, he's there to complete the pass.
Oh, man. And you know, Elkstar, right? This is all the praise to Elkstar. Elkstar was casually telling us there in the admin chat, watch out for Wormy. He's going to be doing dangerous things here on the pitch. And, oh, man, Wormy has delivered right now. Alderain Oseta doing stellar work here. Playboy trying to get on the back of this. Wormy going to have to clear it out. No one's clearing it out there. Come on, Oseta. Got to get rid of that ball. I think we also saw New Blue coming in their clutch just to be able to keep Oseta from conceding their clock slowly ticking down here. And the Dragons, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything just in the dying moments, your ult.
Love the aggression coming out from Oseta. They haven't overextended. They've kept the pressure on their opponents, and so it's so difficult. They all get caught up. Bumps are plenty, and it's just academic now keeping it up. Actually, Dragons, they do one more, but this is really not going to change the outcome. A 2-goal difference between them, and Oseta having some fun. Led by this one, Wormy pops it up in front of the net. Moz looking for it, actually gets it back. No way they score this. Oh, the flash just as it touches down. But a great showing in the Wormy, of course, the highlights of that. But I feel like both Moz and New Blue came in and held their own alongside.
Yeah, of course, right. You check the 6 goals or the 6 shots that they put, together up there, Ultras, and it tells you everything, right? Moz and New Blue, they can hold their own here on this Alderain team as well. But of course, Wormy just showing off what he can do there. Rez on the other side also got himself a 530 at the end of the day. So just not too many goals being clinched there, of course. And look how many more saves the Dragons had to make at the end of the day as well.
Exactly, right? So if you keep the ball going your opponent's way, give them no space, then you're doing all the work. You're fighting just to claw your way back into the game. And right there, when you're fighting on your own baseline, it's kind of hard to chip it to the other side, especially when your opponents have the aerial prowess and the good rotations. There are still moments of weakness, though, Muzz. Like we have seen the fact that we saw... them concede 2 goals shows that Alderain is not infallible. They were double committing a couple of times. Yeah. You know, their plays off the wall, they were getting them 60-70% of the time, which is still a great threat. But those other 30% can be punished.
And we saw the cheekiest pinch come off the wall there to find no one at the back there as well. Ultras and put in the Dragons in the back of the net. I think that was their first goal as well. Either Playboy or Rez put in that nice little cheeky pinch from the sidewall as well. So definitely opportunities here for the Kuro Dragons. Game number 2. Let's see what's going to happen. Look again, the aerial mechanics, Ultras, and these kids. They're too good.
Wormy just held that ball in the air and took the eyes off the ball for a second and just surveyed the ground, surveyed the victims, and chose that timing for the pass. Oh no, the bump off the top of New Blue's head comes and rolls all the way back down. Dragons, Oseta worked so hard and set it up perfectly, and Dragons are gifted the equalizer.
Oh my goodness, well you talk about just kind of the open chinks that might be at the back here for Oseta, and you do not expect a goal like that to be scored.
So difficult setting, but Oseta still with the momentum. They've certainly showed to be the more proficient in terms of attacks. Dragons want to change that history book right now as they get a decent attempt in. A loose ball also rolling around. They've barreled 3 players in this though. Clips decided not to rotate back, and New Blue taking it into the sky, wrenches it out of their hands. It's given Dragons though the time to regather. Still ball in the possession here of Oseta.
Alright, so 1 apiece with the first minute having elapsed of regulation. And what can we see from New Blue? Bringing it down, no one able to score from Oseta. Moz, can you punch it back in as well? Double commit on the near post there from Dragons as well. Everyone commits to the ball. Wormy's going to pop it up. He's going to pop it again. Can he get it done? Can a second man come in to help him though? Not this time around. I think Playboy was able to punt that one out though. So Dragons not conceding that time around, but you can just see this onslaught here being put down by Oseta.
Wormy again, doesn't go far and threatens once more. It's up to Moz. He's been playing a great second man in this, always ready to react to whatever happens. New Blue, the paramount third man, has been patient in the back line, but not afraid to step forward, transition into the first man, take the shot, bully your way home, and get the goal.
Oh, there it is. Your Eldorado Seta. They just able, as you said, to kind of remember the more proficient team Ultras and put in the goals. You're up against the Dragons. What can we see from Rez? Clipsu hanging at the back there. Clipsu having a bit of a kind of quieter series here. We saw game one, and it looks like the first minute of game two not going his way. And of course, the Seta's still up here by one. So what we're going to see from these young lads, all hanging in the midline here. Begins with that position. Maybe Wormy to punch it out and Playboy not able to score that shot.
Yeah, the center is great. We've obviously seen them flex their muscles on offense, but on defense, they're just as good. It's tactical little bumps, it's challenging the ball earlier, and then immediately going onto their opponent's side of the field with real confidence. Moz decides to slow it down, just realizes the aggression is not coming in. They don't need to panic, so decides to back it up and turns it into a pass for Wormy. Just finds the woodwork in the top right-hand corner, so they decide to slow it down and try once more.
Oh, and Moz looking for another cheeky shot there, this time from Oseta as well. We didn't see Wormy or Nubler able to grab onto the ball, and that's why you have rotations, right? That third man can come in and just help you in case things go awry. What can we see coming out from Playboy? Bit of a dodgy situation here for the blue team. Rez bringing around the corner. Can someone dunk it? Wormy's there already hanging on that wall, trying to get rid of it. He's going to run it the whole way. Doesn't have boost though, but he can offhand it to Nubler. Nubler with the full tank though. Takes a shot.
Save!
Almost.
Man, that was such a good save cutting across there, because like you said, that 1-2, the handoff was there. The first shot was saved, the second one dropped down, and they're still at it. The relentless onslaught here, a barrage of bullets and balls against the backboard. And still Aseta held to only a 1-goal lead. They're going to keep trying here. Now the musty flick brought out. It's not executed perfectly, so Wormy has to get involved, and Moz, the third man, gets dispossessed. The turnaround opportunity. It's going to be Dragons into the attack. Plato gets a bounce off the backboard. Moz, though, the first one up to it. Hesitation coming out from the Century City team.
Oh, I swear, these redirects coming up from both these sides here are so cheeky. Just don't know when someone's going to be able to score. And that last one was just a pixel shy there to the left. Almost seen Dragons get the equalizer here. New Blue, maybe. Over two. Can he bring it down? Second touch, third touch, fourth touch. Someone get the dunk, though. No second man coming in for a set as well. Wormy had it collected there on the halfway line. Clipsu. Playboy. Oh, my goodness. Wormy beating him there on the near post. But, man, oh, man, the shots here, they're coming in, as you said, the barrage of them.
Aseta, they try these cheeky plays, and when it doesn't connect, it certainly puts them in a dire situation, but Dragons still unable to find anything. Now they have to worry again about the trickery of their opponents, and getting in each other's way a little bit is what's cutting down so many of their attacks. They've defended so well for so long. Once again, it's a millimeter of pixels between them and a certain defeat, but they stay in it by one. Playboy, he wants to charge forward. Clips is driving in circles, trying to be useful here, but now can only get embossed on the backboard. Does a good job of it. This lofted shot, though, someone's going to get to it before it bounces. No one does. And New Blue's been looking to unleash the whole time.
Oh, man, and Oseta will fight in there on the defensive third of Dragons, and Wormy's, was able to get the pass out.
No.
Maybe. Oh, okay. All right, not like this. Dragons, you're not going to give up just yet. But I like the play that came out from Eldorado and Oseta there earlier when that third goal happened, right? Wormy still stayed in the play and made sure he could bump any defenders and then was able to pick up as second man and get that shot down. And that's what you want to see, right? Be disruptive. See what kind of interference plays you can cause there in the defensive third. And Wormy just understands the game.
No free real estate. Just make sure that they have to work, and that's what they're making Dragons do. Dragons having to connect 5 or 10 things together to be able to get a goal. They get to option number 7 or 8, and they just get dispossessed by a relentless Zeta defense. And they immediately turn into an offense. Again, just keeping the ball up, playing with their food. Wormy, though, settles for touching it down, and they are happy. A clean 2-game victory, a dominant performance from a set out of Eldorado, and this time, New Blue actually going to be the one to step up into the MVP slot.
Well, when you take 6 shots and you get a hat-trick, Ultras, and that'll tell you everything, right? New Blue game is stepping up there for the Eldorado Seta team. And man, oh man, what a glorious 2 games and series that was in our best of 3 here. But yeah, it could have been, any time for the Dragons able to bring them back ultras. And
Yeah.
we spoke about that trickery, right? Man, that trickery was coming in redirects. We've seen cycles off the wall, pinches off the wall, just all these kind of weird little mechanics. The musty you mentioned that just went to the side. So many opportunities, you had so much skill, and you look at these guys and you're like, hey, you might be in only grade 10, you might be grade 11, you're 17, but oh man, so mechanical, so good.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is Eldorain with their we called for basics in the beginning. Eldorain had that and the mechanics to back it up, which was why they stood head and shoulders. And on the other side, I don't think we've given Century City enough credit. They were holding a very strong defense. They were getting their positions up the field. They scored goals consistently in both matches. So, I mean, the goal in the second match was off the head of your opponent. But hey, the more you practice, the luckier you get. That's how the game works. It's physics. So when you see these guys, they had their basics down. They were able to make really nice clears. They were able to get dribbles going, but their opponents were just faster. So I still like to see even the losers a lot of potential. Rez made a fantastic save off the back line, and I think picked up MVP twice for their side. So these are still names that we need to remember. Rez, Wormy, New Blue, Moz. These are guys that are really looking at this game seriously and going, you'll see us on that RLCS stage, and I can't wait.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I love to see it. And I think they also get like decent high-level coaching often. I know like Falcon has helped a bunch of random schools here and there.
Werty's working with schools. CPZ worked with our school. These guys are the best of the best, are passing down their knowledge.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you need. They're reaching out, they're saying, how can I help schools? How can I help learners and students alike? Oh, and it's paying dividends.
I'd love to see it, and I'm sure you guys do as well. Thank you for joining us for the whole broadcast. Whether it was the Fortnite action earlier or the Rocket League action now, all of it was just something to bring a joy to an old man like me, seeing what's available for the youth. Now, guys, if you did like the action and you want to catch more of it, we do this Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Wednesdays and Thursdays going to be Fortnite action to start it off, and on Wednesdays we also have a little bit of Valorant to cap it off. So a nice little extra treat. Make sure to jump in for all of those, and a big shout out, of course, to the entire production team of ACGL. They do the admin behind it, etc., to make sure that the games run smoothly. The broadcast team, Ace and Nitro, for sponsoring this whole event for multiple years now, and Muzz, to you for being such a wonderful co-caster.
Oh, bless your heart, Ultron, bless your heart. Perfect sound.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the rest of the games this week. It's always here on ACGL. That is the ASL, the ACGL Schools League. It's where the masterclass is. It's where the, what did AR call them? The megastars in the making. It's all here on ASL. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
We're at Weinberg Boys for the first school event of 2025. We saw a massive increase in participating schools and students in 2024. This year, we're only planning on going up. One of our goals this year is accessibility. And we'll be looking at fine-tuning our LANs to make them more accessible. And also looking at more avenues where we can have underprivileged schools without equipment being able to compete. We also have some really nice educational features coming onto the website. But for now, it's a secret. Like every year, the website has gone through some changes to make it a bit more efficient to play your games, but you'll have a detailed video on that soon. We're excited to be back. I hope you're ready for a new era of school gaming.